Good evening and welcome to the Whoopsy Gringo podcast. I am here today with two of my esteemed colleagues. Today we're going to be talking about a little bit of whatever we want to talk about. So we're going to call the podcast Dust in the Wind, a famous Kansas song. So speaking of Kansas, I'm here with Brian, who if he was in Kansas, he would definitely be the lead vocalist Steve Walsh. Hello, Brian.
Hello. Hello.
All right. And then in the back here, our producer, we also have the Phil Ehart of the Whoopsy Gringo podcast. You know, the drummer, Michael. Hello, Michael.
How's it going?
And I am Chris, or aka Rich Williams, the lead guitarist of Kansas. Many, many beautiful riffs. So we decided we're going to talk about whatever we want. And I actually already have a topic that I just thought about because it involves Kansas. You guys want to hear this story?
How does it involve Kansas?
All right. So my parents were both teachers, and we used to travel during the summer in a van, not by the river, just a normal van. And long story short, we were traveling through Kansas because when you're traveling, you always travel through Kansas, right? Of course. Have you guys been to Kansas?
I have not been to Kansas. I've heard it's not the most exciting place to be, but
I saw it on the Wizard of Oz. That's about it.
There you go. It involves a tornado too, so that's perfect. All right. So I'm from Indiana, so I can say this about Kansas. I like to tell people if they've never been to Indiana just to hold up a green sheet of paper because it's very flat and filled with corn. Kansas is about the same, and I love Kansas, so no offense, but
you love Kansas.
I love Kansas. Kansas is just weird, man. Last time I was there were state fair. I don't know. We'll talk about state fairs later. All right, that's a whole. Is state fair a verb? I feel like it could be a verb, right?
State faired 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, like, dude, I don't know. Me and this girl went back to her place and we state faired. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
right?
I think I have so many weird things right now.
Exactly, and that's what it should be. Like, was she a midget? Did she have a mustache?
I have a trivia question for you.
A trivia question. All right.
What is the nickname of Kansas? What is it known for?
The state? The
Yeah.
show me? I don't know.
No, Missouri's the show me state. Kansas is sunflowers. Something about sunflowers.
Correct.
Yes. What is it? What is the exact nickname?
It's the Sunflower State. You got it
Sunflower
perfectly.
State. I nailed it. So lots of traveling through the states. So anyhow, so we're going through Kansas, and as normal in Kansas, there's terrible storms, just terrible storms. And we're driving, and then, you know, on the radio comes that, and I'm young. I'm like 12, 13. It's me, my mom, my dad, and my sister. And comes, you know, that awful noise that it always interrupts your TV? You know,
Like that one?
yeah, that god awful noise. That's always a test. Well, this wasn't a test. So on the radio, they're like, oh, you know, it was actually not a test. They didn't say this is a test. No, it was a real thing. And they're like, oh, there's been a tornado spotted around. I don't know where we were. We were on the middle of the interstate. And sure enough, you know, we're really, really close to that. So we pull over, and we're pulling over and under a bridge to get out, and you're supposed to get out of your car. So we pull out under the bridge, pull out, we stay there for a couple of minutes, and a cop drives by, you know, just flying by. And there's a whole bunch of people under the bridge. Maybe by a whole bunch of people, I mean by middle of Kansas standards. So 6 of us, you know, like, you know, maybe 3 or 4 different cars.
Okay.
And the cop's like, guys, the tornado is, like, you know, nearby, but we have enough time to get you guys to safety. So we book it. Like, I mean, my dad's like police escort in this van with all of us.
And how old are you at this point in your life?
Like 12, somewhere in there. In there. Anyhow, and we're booking it down the road, and we get into this little small town, and he takes us to, all places, he takes us to a Pizza Hut, right? And it starts pounding on the door, right? And the cop leaves. He just drops us at the Pizza Hut, and so we saw pounding on the door. The dude comes out of the Pizza Hut. He like cracks the door, and he looks at us, and like the whole group, and he's like, "I'm sorry, there's a tornado. We're not open," and just shuts the door, right? So they start pounding on it again, and the guy's like, They're like, the police brought us here for safety. And the guy's like, oh, okay, yeah, come on in. So we go in, and we all, like, there's like, I think like 20, 25 people. We're all huddling in the cooler of the Pizza Hut for like an hour and a half, right? Just hiding, you know. My sister's crying. There's other little kids. I don't think I was crying. I think I was just like, what? You know how you are when you're 12. You're trying to act cool, but at the same time, you're like crapping your pants.
Right.
I did not crap my pants. I will say that. But the tornado didn't hit our town. It hit one exit up. So exits in the U.S. are like a mile or so. It hit like one exit, and I remember driving through, and it wasn't a bad tornado, but that's my story of Kansas.
Was it like super like rainy or stormy, or was it calm when you were driving?
Well, that's the crazy thing. It was like really, really rainy and stormy, but by the time we got to that town, it was like the calm, and you heard like the train whistle thing, like that you're supposed to hear when the
Right.
tornado comes through. But yeah, like, and it was like that weird, like so silent feeling that you knew something was wrong, right?
Yeah.
Like even
What city were you in?
I have no idea. Like I said, we were just in the middle of like we were driving. Our destination that night was not Kansas. We were gonna like keep going.
The first Pizza Hut ever opened was in Wichita, Kansas.
What? We were not in Wichita. We were like in the middle of nowhere. Wichita is like a big city by Midwestern standards. So, but what do you guys? So you guys have lived in the South most of your life, or all of your life?
Well, I mean, until I came abroad, I've been in the South and North Carolina.
So,
Georgia. When I was in North Carolina, I was much younger than 12. I was probably 7 or 8, and Hurricane Fran came through, and there was definitely tornadoes that came about.
Right.
And I just remember just being locked in the house. My parents, I guess, were a little more freaked out than I was because I really didn't know what was going on. Michael didn't exist, or did you exist in this time? I don't think
I was in heaven.
You were in heaven.
Yeah.
Is that where babies come from?
They come
Sometimes.
from hurricanes. Yeah.
From hurricanes. That was where Michael was conceived, in the hurricane.
Well, I just remember because like when you're young, your dad is like the strongest person you can ever imagine that's alive.
Right.
The winds were so strong that my dad couldn't even like open up the front door of our house.
Holy cow!
It was intense, and like the way the hurricane came in through North Carolina, we were about 2 hours from the coast.
I was gonna say, why didn't you guys evacuate? But yeah, you guys weren't even close to the coast.
Well, we're 2 hours from the coast, but what's crazy is we were out of power. It was actually better on the coast because of how that band came whipping through and that circular motion.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We actually went to the beach, to my grandmother's beach house after that because it was better to go to the beach than to actually be where we were at.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense because they're like the crazy circular thing. So the eye must have been closer to the beach, I guess.
Yeah, and I remember the eye coming over because we went outside and it was, like you said, it was like eerie and like calm, like a weird calmness about it.
Right, yeah, it's so super calm. It's like, I guess sometimes movies do that pretty good where it like gets all normal and calm and relaxed, and then like everybody dies like 10 seconds later.
Yeah.
So,
Michael, what about you?
I have a very embarrassing story about tornadoes.
you slept with one?
Don't tell. No, I used to be a paranoid little boy about thunderstorms.
Now you're just a paranoid man.
Yes. No, but I was very bad. Brian knows a lot of stories that made me look awful. But this story is kind of funny. We used to play soccer. Brian played here as well. It was a place called River Green. It's in the middle of Gwinnett. And it was by one of those tornado siren places.
Oh, yeah.
And I would practice there and have my games there. And one Saturday afternoon, the tornado siren went off, and the game was just about to start. Like, we had like a kickoff time was at like 12, and it was like 11:55. And I ran to the car, and I was like, "I'm getting out of here." And I was like 8. I was probably like 10 or 11, maybe 9. I don't even know, but the game started, and our coach was trying to find me, and I was hiding in the car, and and my mom was like yelling at me like, get out of the car and come play. And I was like, no, that's tornado sirens on. And they eventually canceled the game, but for about a good 10 minutes, my coach was like trying to convince me to come play.
I was gonna ask, like, you said it's like a tornado siren place. I wasn't like if they were just testing them or if it was real.
It was black skies. Like, it was scary.
So you were actually smarter than all of them.
Yeah,
like, we're just gonna play a soccer game, you know. So.
Yeah, well, it was a bad day, and I remember after I was so upset, I like almost like threw up. I got all worked up, It was a bad day, but
That's true.
Here we live really close to like the earthquake siren, and it's really weird because it it will like go off, but then it like yells stuff at you too. It's not just the siren, you know. Like will tell you the
Yeah.
information of where the earthquake occurred. So it's just like Jesus talking to you, or like God, you know, like, or I guess Satan. It's like, by the way, magnitude 5.5 in Oaxaca, 37 dead. Ha ha ha! Woo! And you're like, gee, man. Like, you know, and like, could you imagine growing up as a kid like here? You know, like tornado just came through Douglasville, 50 people dead. Ha ha ha! Woo! And you're like, shit, man, I know somebody in Douglasville.
Did it really
Huh?
did it laugh or?
I mean, no, it doesn't laugh. That might be me.
I thought it did.
That might be me. So I remember one time it went off and like there was like a missing boy, and they were like describing this human, you know, like I guess now we have that. We didn't. I don't remember having it in the States, like the Amber Alert thing.
Right.
But like we just have it on the like radio, not
Yeah.
just like giant sirens just screaming, you know, like, you know, blah 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 is missing, find him, you know. It's like a challenge.
Yeah, there was a news story I remember when I was little that freaked me out. It was like somewhere in Atlanta area, like a boy was outside playing basketball and he got picked up by the tornado and got taken like a mile
What?
and then dropped. I swear to God, I'll try to find it, but
oh my god.
like it scared the crap out of me. I'm like, and the whole time I'm thinking like, what was he thinking up there? Like, was he just like can he breathe up there? Like,
Or just get hit by stuff. I remember Michael growing up.
yeah.
Michael growing up would always be glued to the TV if like there's ever any thunder. His favorite thing to watch was the Weather Channel.
Really?
Every morning before high school, or no, before middle school.
He was so scared of storms, or he was scared of a lot,
Bad.
especially
So,
No, man. We don't have
I'm wondering if the little boy's story, and this is going to sound bad, was like the inspiration for the ride at Six Flags Over Georgia called the Georgia Cyclone. Like he later grew up and developed that. He was like, I need that fix, man. I gotta have it. I love that time I was in it.
When's the last time you went to Six Flags?
Six Flags Georgia?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's been a long time. I went to Six Flags Mexico City.
How's that?
I mean, it's like Six Flags. It's like the same.
Did you ever go to the amusement parks in Costa Rica?
No, I never went to an amusement park in Costa Rica.
It was kind of ghetto. It wasn't that fun actually. But
I mean, the Six Flags here has like a dolphin show. I think that's probably the highlight. They got a couple little rides. They have one of the virtual reality coasters now, but it's always broken. It like never works. So
I've never been to Disney World.
never been to Disney World?
Well, I was so young I don't remember it. So like it doesn't count if you don't remember it, right?
No, I agree. Like if you did something before you were like 5, it doesn't count.
Or
Right?
if you're blackout drunk, it doesn't count either, right? If you don't remember it.
Yeah, unless you get like a disease from it, then it counts.
Well, here when I think we don't have like all those sirens or things like that because I guess there's not really big major storms. It's cool here when it storms because we're in a valley and it kind of
Right.
echoes around. We have some crazy rain this year. It's been raining so much that.
But you guys were supposed to be like the city of eternal spring. It's supposed to always be nice.
Okay, so there is tons of rain, which makes it nice because everything is. You've been here before, Chris. It's super green. Michael, you've been here as well. Super green. It's a beautiful city.
Right.
Highly recommend it, obviously. But this year has been like record rainfalls. Like I can't remember the last time it was a 7-day week of no rain.
Oh wow.
I mean, the other week we had like 5 days of sunshine. I thought I was like in heaven. So I'm kind of one thing I am looking forward to with leaving managing is having consistent seasons. Although I'm dreading the cold winters of Seoul, but
Right.
Until global warming changes all that.
First of all, it's climate change, Michael. Get it right.
And second of all, it's made up by people from France. That's what Donald Trump said. And I don't trust the French.
Hey,
I still order freedom fries. So No, I mean here. So my parents are coming to visit this week, and they were like, "Of course, like, oh, what should we pack?" And I'm like, "Well, pack everything." They're like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Yeah, Mexico City, yeah." So a typical day here is wake up and it's freezing. Like I need a jacket, not freezing, like not below zero, but pretty cold. Like so, I wear a jacket out, and pants. And then about noon, it's just hot as sin, man. Like, I'm playing like soccer or something like that. It's super hot. You're outside, you get sunburn. And then about 4 or 5 o'clock every day, it rains with hail. Like it hails too at the same time. And then it pours down rain for about 2 hours. And then it gets that like weird, getting a little bit cold, but also like muggy, you
Right.
know? I mean, but when it rains, you're happy because the pollution kind of goes away. So that's
Yeah.
nice. But it's like you need every day you can wear all your clothes. It's clothes for all seasons,
Like all seasons in one day.
And it's like that it started in maybe February and it's going to be like that until I leave. And then, where I'm going in China, super cold. I heard it's like near Beijing. So it's really cold. It has almost all the seasons, including the smog season. So I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, we're gonna be pretty similar latitude wise, yeah? You and I?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm looking forward to brown clouds in the air all the time and just I'm sure it's not good for my health to go from Mexico City to China. Like I'm pretty sure I don't smoke cigarettes, but you could probably like find like a 30-year smoker and be like, dude, that guy compared to this dude, super healthy. Like look
I'm
at
actually
his
pretty
blood.
concerned about that because like Medellin right now, the pollution is really bad. It's one of the worst cities in South America. Like it's
Right.
like Santiago, Chile. Like it's pretty bad.
And Santiago's much bigger population wise.
Right. But the thing is the valley is just
Yeah.
in. And it's when you get the clouds that hold it in even more. So moving to Seoul, I'm pretty concerned about that. 'Cause like you said, man, you can't be breathing that stuff in all the time.
Dude, I had a cough that I got like when I got sick like a couple of months ago. Still, I'm like sometimes coughing on my lungs.
Yeah, and a lot of people have had that here, and they go to the doctor. The doctors are like, "Yeah, it's the pollution."
Yeah, like what are you gonna do? Wear a mask? I thought people. I mean, I'm kind of stupid about this sometimes, but whenever I'd see like Chinese people wearing masks, I would think like, oh, they must be sick, and then I'm like, wait a minute.
They got SARS.
Speaking of a cough, yeah, it's like no, they just wear masks.
How do you feel about the big move?
I'm getting, like I said, my parents are coming in town, and it's the first time they visited me overseas, so I'm looking forward to that first. And then I have to get all my paperwork done, and then we're gonna go. Right now, this weekend, we went through like seeing what we're gonna donate and all that kind of stuff. Luckily, this is my third time, so now I just pretty much realized that don't buy anything ever. I don't think I own anything. I have an Xbox. That's it. So some other people that I work with that they're going to be moving too. They're like starting all these like online garage sales and stuff like that. They're like, oh, do you want to come into our online garage? And I'm like, no, we're not selling anything. We don't have anything.
The things I have, there's a guy moving into my apartment, and I'm just
Right.
gonna leave it for him.
Right. Yeah. Well, actually, that's kind of what happened to this apartment. We just got we have a Christmas tree. I haven't had a Christmas tree, ever. Never
What?
bought my own Christmas tree, and there was just one here. And we're like, I guess we'll put this up. Happy Christmas.
Mine's still up.
Yours is still up.
I guess lazy is kind of a theme. I'm too lazy to sell stuff. I guess I'm too lazy to take down my Christmas tree.
Yeah, it should be noted that it's June 13th.
Hey, Merry Christmas.
You're almost to the point where you can just leave it up.
Hey, well, I still get excited when the lights come on. I can't help it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, big moves.
Yeah, I think I'm excited for it though. I looked up online, about China. Looks like it's going to be a pretty cool place. Never
What do you-
been. I like when people ask you like, "Oh, are you moving to China? What you been there and you like it?" It's like, "No, I've never been." Just decide I'm going to go.
Have you ever been to Asia?
Never been to Asia, so it's like, yeah, I'll just commit 2 years there. No big deal. Whatever.
Yeah, that's kind of what I can't even use chopsticks.
Me neither, man. So I'm looking forward most to drinking Cobra wine. I don't know. You've heard of Cobra wine?
I've seen that on the Discovery Channel.
You've seen it? All right. So I was reading about it because I love reading about cobras. So and apparently They make it and then you drink it and then you're like a cobra. I've always wanted to. Ever since I saw Karate Kid, I've wanted to be like Cobra Kai. So I'm good.
Is that the one that like makes you hallucinate?
No, I don't think so. I think it just has a
Oh.
cobra in it. So you just
There's
sound
like
cool.
one that like it was some drink.
I
And
think you're thinking of absinthe.
no. It's it like they put like cobra venom in it, like a little small amount, and it, like
Right.
makes you like hallucinate and stuff.
Oh well, that's
Cobras in the world that they're making all this stuff.
dude. I don't know. I guess cobras just survive pollution better. I read that in the Paris climate change papers. They were like, it's pretty much just going to be cobras and people with wigs. That's it. Cockroaches too. Yeah. Well, I guess you could call people that wear wigs that might be the president cockroaches as well. So I guess same difference. So this lady was making her own cobra wine, and I guess she made a lot of it. So I don't know if it's cobra wine or cobra liquor. So I don't want to offend any of the cobra alcohol people, but so she was making it, and so she put the little cobra in the thing, and it's a live cobra that they put in there. Which, first of all, how the hell are you handling a live cobra if you're an old lady?
And you say put it in the thing. What's the thing?
It's just a bottle with the liquor.
It's like it says on here. It's infused with whole snakes that are in rice, wine, and grain alcohol.
Oh my God.
Doesn't that sound awesome?
It was.
So anyhow, this lady puts it in there, and she puts it in her closet like you do, right? To let it ferment because it has to kill the cobra. All right. Well, she goes back like a week later, and she gets that bottle confused with like her, I don't know, month-old cobra wine.
Uh-huh.
I'm guessing she's drinking a little cobra wine while she does this. She opens the bottle, cobra jumps out and bites her, man.
Oh my God.
Isn't that insane?
Have you ever seen the video of the guy slapping the cobras?
Yes. Yeah.
Michael, can you pull that up?
Yeah.
Cobra slapper?
That makes me laugh so much.
Dude, do you think Michael, in Georgia, like at UGA, do you think you could just start selling like Cottonmouth wine, like just Everclear with a cottonmouth inside of it? Or
frat boy and every frat house would be at my door, man. Probably.
That would be awesome. And water moccasin,
Water moccasin wine.
water moccasin wine. That would be awesome.
All right, here it is.
We can't publish this podcast because we're gonna be millionaires with that.
Hold on. Let me get Michael up.
Cobra slapping man.
God, this makes me laugh.
Are you ready?
Yeah. By the way, how ballsy is this guy?
I just saw what he slaps.
His
Why? Why?
That one just like.
But they
Staring at him.
they get pissed. They're just like watching him.
I
And
mean,
he has like an
just in there
angry
to
look.
get one.
I'm gonna slow this down.
Where is he from?
I don't know.
Ooh.
That's so mean. He just slaps the guys.
Dude, have you ever touched a snake?
Yeah, I used to own a snake. His name was Sherman.
Oh Lord. Oh
Sherman?
Michael, pull up a picture of a corn snake.
All
You
right.
want a corn snake?
Yeah.
Dude, the only snake that I like ever touched by accident, like in the wild. Oh wow.
Feel it like right here.
Oh, okay.
He was like 4 feet long.
Jeez.
He was nice. He only bit me once.
He only bit you once.
He is really nice.
So he was. What did he have? Like a splendid personality? Was he always just like,
Yeah.
oh,
he
pet me, Brian?
He was, it was, I can't do a snake impression, but
Dude, look at that tongue.
you've only touched a snake once by accident?
Okay, like you go to the zoo and you can always touch snakes and stuff like that. But one time I was playing hide and go seek in my house, and I got behind a tree and I was touching it and I was like, wait, this doesn't feel right. And there's a freaking snake on the tree, man. And I ran. I lost the game. I lost the game of hide and go seek, by the way, just in
For the
case.
snake spot?
He's eating a rat.
Yeah, I used to feed the snake rats.
Oh wow, man.
I remember we went to the store one time to buy him a rat when Brian like left poor Sherman when he went to Costa Rica, and the lady I guess was like a PETA advocate, and she was so upset. They're literally called feeder mice. So
But wait a minute.
that's the name of them on a Petco. It says feeder mice, and she would not let us buy it. and we like had to get the manager and be like, they're called feeder mice. You're an idiot. And then she like was like about to cry about it. It was so
Yeah,
annoying.
I felt bad about that.
But that doesn't even make any sense. Like, why? Okay, she shouldn't work in that department. Like, people that work at Petco, I guess they have to love animals.
Yeah.
Like, Michael Vick's not working at Petco, but
Yeah. Those animals know. Okay.
Hey, he's a changed man.
sorry, but he's not working at Petco because he hates animals. But I mean, if you're gonna sell feeder mice, somebody's got to be the different one.
He's
Finally free.
He's finally free, guys.
Where's the quit the change, man? I used to own a gecko, and it was mean. It would bite. It didn't have teeth, but it would bite me so hard and start shaking its head that I would bleed. And
Really?
when I first got it, you know how you get like a little box at Petco, like a little box. So I open up the thing to look at him. I'm sitting in the car because I want to look at him because it was cool. I have my seatbelt on, and it jumps out at me. So I'm just like, ah! It's like, and it just starts running all over me. So then I grab it, and when I go to grab it, its tail falls off. And my hand's shaking and shaking, and then it starts biting me, and I'm slinging my hand trying to get it off, and it's just holding on. And then I think I'm gonna get like salmonella. I don't even know if that's how you get it. And I finally grab it. All this time I'm like in my seat, and my sister was driving at the time because I couldn't drive at that age. And she like closes the door, so it's just me freaking out in this car. I finally get it thrown back in the box.
It like ran wild in our house for like a year.
Yeah, that was scary. It was in my room. I would be like sleeping, and at night I would hear like it would just be like running across the ceiling. I was scared as it come.
We found it one like a year later. We was just like, it must have been eating bugs for a year. Like
You had to crawl under my bed with like a butterfly net and
Trap it?
Yeah, I trapped it. Well, first I was crawling towards it, then it ran at me. So I screamed and ran outside of the bed. It was mean, man. Like, but I got it.
You got it. Dude, why did you own all these weird, like, these are weird pets, man. I had like a cat, but it was an outside cat.
he ruined all of them for me because when she was out of the house, my mom was like, "Yeah, we're never having pets again." So I never was able to own anything.
But how come it's like, Brian, how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have a lot. I have 2 sisters and a brother.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, it seems like the more family you have, the more pets you get, which makes no sense. There should be like a different correlation to that, right?
Well, yes and no. Like, I was into like reptiles apparently. Now that I think about it.
Did you wear like shirts with reptiles on them?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Do you remember when we tried to convince mom to get a ferret?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I like wrote her a letter about it.
You wrote her a letter?
And we printed off a picture of like a ferret that like we were trying to convince him that it waits for you to come home from school, and we like got a picture of it like looking out the window, and we were like telling her that this ferret was waiting for his owner to come home from school or something like that. It was funny.
Michael, type in the word ferret in top hat and then just show that picture.
Ferret is
Ferret.
and
Come on, it's Google, man.
No one can spell it out.
Ferret in Spanish? Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Look at that, man.
I mean, who doesn't want that?
In a monocle? The other one has a monocle. So, dude, if I ever start a baseball team, it's going to be called Ferrets in Top Hats.
Look at that one.
I like the pilot.
Yeah, he's a pilot. He's a bomber.
Amelia Earhart. Ferret.
Amelia Earhart.
This one's very festive.
R.I.P.
Hey, she could be.
Yeah.
If I did.
She's probably still alive. On Kong Island or something like that, man.
You didn't own any weird pets, Chris?
Did I own any weird pets? I don't think so.
It's probably the one we used.
He probably, like, it's snowing outside. He's just waiting, like, please come back. No, I don't think I owned any weird pets. No, we had fish and we had cats. That was it. So
I had dogs as well. Like, we lived in North Carolina. We were in the country. We had a couple of dogs, Cassie, and we had a dog named Big Boy.
Big Boy?
He was a big lab and had giant testicles.
Oh, wow.
I never heard about this dog.
All right, next time ask Aunt Beth about Big Boy and why she called him Big Boy. He had humongous balls.
He got lost in the hurricane when you were conceived.
Someone stole him.
Someone stole him?
Yeah.
Did I take the solo Big Boy? Like when I was born, did he die?
Yeah, exactly. You are big boy.
I am big boy.
Tell your aunt that. Just send her a text.
I am big boy.
No, we had a cat named Binky, I think, when I lived in Mississippi, and we were packing up to go to Georgia, and we packed up and we got the cat. We're like, cat, come on, we're going to Georgia. We had another cat at that time, so we had the one cat already ready to go. The cat was just. My dad said, I don't remember because my dad was trying to get him. Just said the cat just looked at him like, fuck off, and just went straight into the sewer. And then my dad had to go back because he was working in Mississippi. Had to go back, and he went back and he saw the cat again. The cat just looked at him and just ran into the neighbor's house. The neighbor just straight up stole the cat. But the cat was just like, "Nah, I'm living here now."
Didn't your dad used to eat cat tacos by accident?
Dude, my dad did eat cat tacos by accident. Yes. So he was living in California, and this was before me. He was living in California, and for the summer he would just surf, and then he loves tacos. My dad loves tacos, which is why he's coming to Mexico. Just for tacos. It has nothing to do with me.
That's why he never came to Colombia.
That's why he never came to Colombia. He found out he bought a ticket, and then he was like, "Do they sell tacos?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Oh no, I'm out of here." But anyhow, so he would always go surfing and then eat at this Jack in the Box, which is like a chain, but they sell tacos and they're cheap. And he was in high school, college, something like that. And he would go there every day, get 2 tacos, and then he went one day and they were shut down. And my dad was like, "Well, that's weird." So then he goes to the other Jack in the Box, which is down the street, McDonald's, and he gets tacos there, and he's like, "Oh, these aren't nearly as good, So he does that a couple times, and then he finally goes back to the old Jack in the Box, and he's like, "There's people there from the health department." They're like, "No, they're never going to open up again." And my dad was like, "Why? Why not?" The guy was like, "Oh, they're using cat meat for the tacos." My dad was like, "Those are the best tacos I ever had." So my dad's always like, somebody accidentally made me a cat meat taco, because my dad loves cats. He doesn't want to eat them, but he does miss it.
I mean, it tastes good, I guess.
Right, exactly. I'm pretty sure if the apocalypse happened, my dad would be like, "Finally, we can eat cat tacos without anybody having a problem with it."
Cats are one of the most invasive species in our country.
Really?
They are the reason that a lot of animals are going extinct because they kill everything. They kill so many birds and they kill so many reptiles and so many different kind of small rodents and stuff that are important for other species. So they're really bad for the environment.
Well, the pharaohs liked them, so now we have them, I guess.
There you go.
That's it. That's where they come from.
Hey, Michael's got the wheel up. Should we give the wheel a spin?
Let me turn it back on.
Wheel time.
Wheel time?
So what's going to happen? We'll spin, and then, because all of them are just random topics, we have to come up with a question for it. So,
yeah, let's do a couple of them, and then maybe we'll close it out.
Sounds good.
All right.
I want to talk about the games tonight, too. Before we go.
All
right. So this first one's for who, Michael?
Brian.
Celebrities. All right. Brian, if you had to get punched by a celebrity, who would it be?
Punched?
Punched. Right in the dick.
Right.
Right in the dick.
Punched in the dick by a celebrity?
Yeah.
Well,
it's got to be a B-list celebrity, too.
I don't want it to be someone strong because that would hurt, but I also don't want to be a kid because that's, I think, illegal.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Is that illegal?
If a kid celebrity punches you in the dick, I think that's...
It depends how long his hands after he punches down there, yeah.
If one of the kids from Stranger Things just walked up and just punched you in the dick, would you be a sex offender?
I guess if I talked about it after, probably. I don't know.
Or maybe only if you get a boner.
All right, let's stay away. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the guy that plays Spider-Man now. He seems kind of what's his name?
Oh yeah, so it's you got punched in the dick with a superhero, but he's not that great of a superhero. He's new and kind of
Yeah, and he's over 18.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's a good choice. That guy.
That guy that pushes me in the dick and flies away.
Yeah, he just flies away. All right, I like it.
This guy.
This guy.
Whoa! Whoa! That's the old picture.
Yeah, I think go down. Is this guy right?
Yeah, Tom Holland.
All right.
There you go.
All right, so let's do the wheel to decide. Yeah, much better.
All right, that was
He looks like a Conor McGregor with that suit. So,
All right, this is for Chris.
all right. Hope I get a blue one.
Animals.
Yes.
So with this one, what do we do with animals?
I mean, you just make up a question.
Oh.
All right. Question with animals.
Yes,
Well, we talk about animals a lot today.
that's true. This
If,
always happens to me.
if you could adopt one animal body part, what would it be?
Animal body part,
Yeah, like I'll just throw one out there, like a cat's tail.
like a cat's tail. I mean, I was kind of going tail too, but I was thinking like a monkey tail, man. Like I could.
Like
No, better. I want orangutan arms. Not as hairy. Well, I could shave them. That'd
What
be
if-
awesome, dude. I'd have like these huge long arms. Like, yeah, look at that. I'd be a boss, man. They're bigger than my legs. And I still have thumbs. No big deal. Still got thumbs.
This dude.
I would be the ultimate goalie. Think about it. I could dunk.
Would you keep the hair or would you shave?
Huh?
Would you keep the
I
hair?
mean, it depends. If I find a girl that loves me, with my arms like that, I'll let it grow out.
All right.
No, I could donate it for locks of love, man.
Would you rather have a? What if you like had the orangutan arms? Would you rather have human arms?
Have what?
Would you rather have orangutan arms or chimpanzee? Is that chimpanzee?
No, that's orangutan.
Orangutan arms, or would you rather have human arms?
I'd rather have chicken on skin arms. What did that just say? Titans.
Have you ever seen those guys without hair? Look at that to the right there.
Holy
Oh,
cow,
yeah.
dude.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They're jacked,
Holy
man.
cow.
Also, there's a big boy balls too.
Yeah, I was going to say we could call him Big Boy.
Look how jacked those things are without hair.
Holy cow, man. That thing would kill you.
No, the scariest thing without hair are bears.
Bears without hair? Who shaves a bear?
No, they're terrifying.
What?
Look at that. Imagine that thing running at you.
It's like a big
Oh,
rat.
man. Yeah, I was going to say it's like a giant rat.
It's
Or like an armadillo.
It looks so
yeah,
sad.
mixed with like an elephant or something.
Who shaves that thing?
Ugh, this is okay. All right. Should we spin
All
it for Michael?
All right, so orangutan arms.
Good call.
Yeah.
I was like the picture.
Oh Lord.
All right. Would you rather? Ooh. You want to do this one, Brian? You're pretty good at would you rather's.
The thing is, Michael and I play this a lot, but I'm going to put him on the spot again.
All right.
Same question that we had before. Would you rather, Michael, if your girlfriend and our mom switch places,
Oh God.
like Freaky Friday?
Like
it's your-
Freaky Friday, but not a Disney version. This is like X-rated, right?
Well, no, here it is. So yeah, it's your girlfriend's consciousness in your mom's body, and your mom's consciousness in your girlfriend's body. And the only way to get them to switch back is you have to have sex with one of them.
So if I don't, then they're just always.
They always stay that way.
They're always going to be like that. You'll never get it back.
Can I take drugs?
No. And they have to be awake.
Oh my God. Why are you asking me this?
We have one viewer online, by the way. Hopefully that is the girlfriend.
Or is it Kelly's? One of the two. All right, Michael, come on. You got 10 seconds.
I think I'd have to go with the mind and girlfriend's body. I don't know,
Mom?
like mom's mind and
Yeah.
girlfriend's body.
And then girlfriend's body.
But
Just kidding.
you just can't.
There's no good way. All right, I like it.
You just
We'll
can't.
we'll just leave it at that. Yeah. We'll decide that. That's fine, Same as it has ever was,
Can I get another one that was bad?
That's how you get. And
No,
we
we'll go next time. Because I want to talk about Michael Bradley.
do that goal. So Michael Bradley scored an amazing goal against Mexico.
Michael Bradley just said, Azteca, you need to shut up right now because I'm going to score from forever away, and then Azteca just fell silent, right?
Yeah. It was an amazing goal.
It was a great goal. So that dude turns it on when he plays in Mexico City.
Yeah, it's amazing. So we're looking pretty good now on the table. There's a couple of important games tonight with the rest of the CONCACAF.
Right. And I want to say that we both all lose in betting against the United States. We did tie 1-1 in Azteca. Ooh, goal. We did lose 1-1, but we have CONCACAF games. We have Costa Rica versus Trinidad, which is kind of important. We're tied with Costa Rica with 8 points right now. So do we want Costa Rica to not win?
Well, I think right now Trinidad's so far down the table that I think it's going to be the three: Mexico, Costa Rica, USA, in any of those order. Mexico probably on top, and then one of the other.
It's going to be hard for Mexico to.
I would like maybe a Costa Rica upset just because we have them coming up in the next round.
Yep, I agree. So we're gonna hope that Trinidad wins. As U.S. fans, we want Trinidad to win.
Yep.
But that being said, it's in Costa Rica tonight.
They could win
shortly. It's starting shortly.
Win.
Yeah.
If crap, what's his name? I always forget the name. They're forward. He plays on United.
Yeah, the big tall guy.
What's his name? Oh God.
Anyhow, but if they pull out the last time Costa Rica played Trinidad lost 2-0.
Kenway Jones is like the Trinidad Tobago's Peter Crouch. You can head anything, and they got speed. I think if they go up the wings and cross it, they're unstoppable because they almost scored like 3 times against us. That is they're unlucky.
Right. Yeah. They missed some good ones. But like I said, Trinidad lost the first game of the Hex 2-0 in Trinidad in the Port of Spain. Right. So I think Costa Rica will win. I could see it being 2-0 again. Yeah. But I would like to see Trinidad. I mean, Trinidad has scored 2 goals the whole Hex. What are we? 2, 4, 5 games in?
5 games.
Scored 2 goals. That's not very good.
No.
And then the other game is Panama Honduras. Panama has how many points? 6 points, and Honduras has 4. So
I'm saying
a dirty game.
Let's get it. I want to draw in that game.
I would say a draw just to tie some points. Panama has played Honduras as well. Panama won 1-0 in Honduras. Tonight's in Panama. So.
Yeah, or a Honduras win right now, I guess.
If Panama wins, they get 3 points, so they're actually on top of Costa Rica and the U.S.
That's what I'm saying. So a Honduras win would be
nice. A draw would be best.
Draw would be best. Yeah, I agree.
Let's keep Honduras out of it. So we want Trinidad and Honduras to win. We think Panama and Costa Rica are going to win. I could see Panama winning 1-0, maybe 2-0.
Yeah,
they're at home. So I think that's the update on the FIFA.
Yep. So we'll see what happens.
The hexagonal. Is it hexagonal? Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the hexagon. The hex. We should call it the hex.
The hex. That's what cool people call it. So I didn't want to ruin it.
Well, I guess today was a good one. I liked their chats. I liked their discussions.
Yeah, exactly. So Michael, why don't you get us out of here? And remember,
can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I'd like to give a shout out to our one subscriber that we don't know, Magic World. She's been with us since the beginning. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I bet you she's hot.
Probably.
Or she's a man.
Or she's a man.
Or a hot girly man.
All right, Mike. She's not a man.
Take us out.
All right. Yeah, thank you for listening to the Whoopsy Gringo podcast. We have a Twitter, and we also have a new website up that will be up and running, and it's still in the beginning stages. And the Twitter, always follow us to get information on when we're going to be releasing stuff. Also, we should shortly be next couple weeks putting our podcast on actual podcast channels. So anyways, thanks for watching, and as always, take it easy.